Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Oh, the Ilblurmatic.
Welcome back to Ilblurmatic, guys, and today we are back with another story time. And this story time, I've been kind of like trying to figure out, do I want to talk about it now? Do I want to wait? So this story time starts off the time I went to Dave and Buster's with my college friends, and this story is a little crazy. So this story time starts off in college, at the college I went to. And at the time, it was a friend of mine's birthday. We just gonna call them Sis. Sis' birthday was literally like, a few weeks from then. I know it was like around the spring time, you know what I'm saying? The person had a spring birthday. It was like, hey, look, everybody, my birthday's coming up. She had mentioned it. She's like, yeah, sis was like, yeah, my birthday's coming up. We going to Dave and Buster's. I'm like, what? Like, yo, I was excited. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had went to Dave and Buster's like prior to that. You know what I'm saying? And I was geeked because literally, like, your boy love Dave and Buster's. I have this inner kid energy in me, and I'm just like, yo, I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? And she was saying, like, hey, look, if this is the place where we're meeting. And if y'all need to get in a ride with somebody, she said y'all need to talk about this kind of right now because the party, like I said, was not this weekend, but a few weekends later. And I was like, yes, I'm in. You got me when you said Dave and Buster's. I'm like, So literally, sister gave us the information. Some people that were at the table in the student lounge did go to the birthday. So literally the week comes. Let's just speed this up. The week comes and, Saturday was her birthday. So that Saturday when it was her birthday, I had already got the gift card, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, shoot, I forgot to get the actual birthday card. You don't just give somebody a gift card and no birthday card. Like, that don't make no sense, right? So, since we were already meeting up at this mall that I used to kind of go to, it wasn't like my favorite mall or anything like that. So we met up at this mall called Northland, and literally, you know what I'm saying? I had got there early. I'm the friend that gets the stuff early. Forgive me. But I got there, and luckily the mall had a dope Hallmark. I was like, yes, because I went to like another store in the mall, and I'm just like, these prices, I'm not feeling them. So I was like, ooh, Hallmark, you know what I'm saying? And, I went in Hallmark, got a card. Luckily, sis was not at the mall when I got the birthday card, because I would have felt like embarrassed. Like I ran into her like inside Hallmark while we in the mall and stuff. I'd have been like, busted. So literally, I got the card, got out of there quick as possible because like your boy gotta seal the card up and everything, you know what I'm saying? Because I, had arrived at the mall. And literally, I sat in the food court and stuff, and then I started to get calls from friends. Hey, yo, who's here already? And I'm like, hey, I'm already at the mall, yo. Like, where you at? You know what I'm saying? So, people start to come to the place that we're gonna meet up at inside the mall. And then here comes the time when things start to take a crazy twist to it. So what happens is, pretty much everyone, she arrives finally, sis and my other college classmates arrive. And literally what happens is, like, literally, we get divided into 3 groups because everybody didn't have the whip, right? So the thing was, some people were riding with my other college classmate. We're just gonna call him college classmate A, college classmate B, and then we had C. And the thing was, I just kind of was like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? I got to ride. Great, you know what I'm saying? Terrific. I don't mind riding with people, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So we leave the mall and we go to the parking lot literally outside the mall. And you know what I'm saying? Some people hop in this person's vehicle, some people hop in that person's vehicle, the next group of people hop in this vehicle. I get stuck with my friend and his girlfriend at the time, her vehicle. So we get in this van, you know what I'm saying? This like big size van and everything. And literally, you know what I'm saying? Hey, as long as you can get somewhere, I was cool with that. So eventually we all get settled in. A few of my other college classmates are in there with me. Where, you know what I'm saying? So what happens is we get inside the actual van, and then we get onto the freeway. So, we just jamming to music. I know at the time there was some ASAP Rocky on the radio. Kendrick, we heard a couple other songs too. And literally, eventually my classmate, because at the time he was dating this chick, and I was like, when she said this, okay, let me just tell y'all this. She was like, yeah, this is the first time I drove the freeway. I'm like, what? Like, I reacted, yo. I'm sorry. I'm like, what? This is the first time you drove the freeway? And then my other classmate kind of reacted too. She was like, and then, it was kind of weird because we were thinking like, all right, maybe she got her license, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it get worse, y'all. So we get on the freeway and stuff, and then eventually we find out that she don't have her L's, yo. Like, she don't have her L's, yo. I'm like, I literally just like, please let us make it to this destination with no accidents and no one going to jail. You just don't know. Like, I'm like, why didn't nobody give us the memo that she didn't have her L's? You know what I'm saying? Like, her actual license. I'm like, how y'all gonna do me like this? You know what I'm saying? Your boy is just like, I'm trying to keep my composure. I'm like, you know what? I was about to go to sleep. Oh, baby, I'm not going to sleep now. Y'all is tripping. I am not about to be waking up and like, what happened to you? Oh, you so-and-so done died. I was like, I kept my eyes open that whole time we went to Dave & Buster's. So, she eventually confesses that, D is like, yo, man, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the passenger seat. I'll make sure we get there safely. My other classmate. I'm like, yeah, we better make it there safely. Meaning that we don't go to jail or get into an accident, yo. So, eventually we kind of, cobbed out for a bit, but we still are kind of like, why nobody didn't tell us this? You know what I'm saying? So we almost, like, this is the point where we get to Dave & Buster's almost. And this girl literally almost went into the other lane. I'm like, girl, you better get back over in this lane. You know what I'm saying? The car hung. I'm like, oh, I said, whew. I just was like, you know what? We almost just got into a car accident. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I'm glad I stayed up. Literally, you know what I'm saying? I just couldn't keep my eyes. It's like, going to sleep was just like out of my mind. I'm sorry. It was out of my mind. And literally, I was just like, D, you might want to tell her to stay in her lane so we won't be clashing with other cars, okay? So then we get to Dave & Buster's, you know what I'm saying, safe and sound. Luckily, I'm glad that she didn't try to hit nobody else, swerving over into their lane. We exited out the car, and I had a huge sigh of relief. I'm like, whoo! Whew, I mean, like, literally, I said to myself, like, we made it here in one piece. No police, because we out in no man's land. We, like, out in the suburb, baby, like, far out suburb. I mean, I live in the suburbs, but we was, like, literally out in the suburb, like, suburby, okay? And I was just like, okay, well, we here now. So, everyone gets out the vehicles that they're in and stuff. We head inside Dave & Buster's, okay? So, we get inside and, we get our, we go inside and stuff. And, once we settle in, we get, go around, I shoot a couple basketballs. I did the one game where you throw little balls and the thing that they have at Chuck E. Cheese. And, I was having a good time, man. I was having a good time and everything. And the thing is, I was kind of like, man, this kind of sucked. You know what I'm saying? Because we were only there for a short amount of time. The birthday girl known as Sis, they told us to come to where her and her mom was at and everything. That was cool, you know what I'm saying? Got a chance to actually meet her mother. I mean, I heard so many positive things about her mother too, so that was a good thing. And you know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, you guys, I gotta cut it short to you. I'm not gonna stay at Dave and Buster's. I'm like, I was so like disappointed, yo, because I was like, yo, we just freaking got to David Buster's. You get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even have enough time to win no prizes or nothing. My inner kid was let down, baby. But I mean, I got it. You know what I'm saying? It was like, well, it is dark. Like the city that we were in, it got dark when it, because like I said, I live in the suburbs. But the city that city, oh, trust me, it was darker than where I live at. I was like, oh gosh. I'm like, so, eventually we leave. My classmate's girlfriend got into it with another classmate of mine that I had class with, and I said, man, you know what? I get y'all got, problems with one another, but we need to get back to where we live. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, you get what I'm saying? So, like, my thing was, it was cool, you know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all got y'all issues, but we need to head back out, you know what I'm saying? Because on top of that, I'm driving with somebody that don't have a license. On top of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to go to jail. You get what I'm saying? So they eventually, another friend kind of steps in, that's a classmate, and kind of tells them like, hey, y'all got issues with it, y'all can handle that elsewhere. Like, please, let's not cause a scene at Dave & Buster's outside in their parking lots. Okay? So we get back in her mom's van, because it was her mom's van. And man, it just wasn't a good day to go to Dave & Buster's. It wasn't a good day to go with somebody else that didn't have the L's. Her lights, I can't remember what lights, but her lights went out, and I said, how more can we go through this? We almost got in a car accident. Now we get back in your mom's van, and literally I was saying to myself, I'm like, yo, there's no way we don't have no lights. Like, lights to see, where the person's driving and stuff. So we drive off, leaving Dave & Buster's. I was so like, I had to turn my head literally. Like, I was like, because I saw the police, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, our friend, they trailed us when we found out that we didn't have no lights, but still, it was scary, yo. Because I'm like, we had just passed the police car, and, it was a nice amount of us in the car, so in the van, excuse me, and I'm just like, oh, we don't get pulled over. Oh, we don't get pulled over. I kept saying that. But we make it safely and sound back to my other friend's house. And, since we weren't able to eat at Dave & Buster's either, I forgot to mention that, we ordered pizza, and we had, beverages, and stuff at that person's house. And that's how it went. Like, my Dave & Buster's trip, it was a little crazy. I know, right? It's like, that all went on. Yes. I'm glad that my friend was glad that we went to Dave & Buster's to, come and show her some love, you know what I'm saying, for his birthday. I just wish the communication would have been there, like, let me know that baby girl didn't have her L's. Like, y'all got me driving with somebody that don't have the L's. Y'all, this is how y'all gonna do me? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that was the second time going to Dave & Buster's. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you have short times going places. But this is my story time. Has anyone ever been to Dave & Buster's? And do you have a crazy story time going to a place maybe similar to Dave & Buster's? You tell me in the comments, guys. Your boy, Ill Blur Matic, and I am out, guys. Take care.